Hey babe. Hey babe. I think I better give you this. You're right, dog. Dog just comes for a visit. He's running rampant through the house. Where am I at? I had a good look around the boat, just trying to guess exactly where I'm going to do cuts and what exactly I'm going to do before I get a start, so I've got a clear plan in mind. I had a bit of a setback this week. I had an accident at work where I pulled my shoulder out. Had an ultrasound and an x-ray so far. At the moment I can only lift sort of a small amount with it. The ultrasound came back and showed that I've got a tear. I haven't seen the results from the radiographer yet though, so yeah, I've got an appointment with the doctor again sort of later this week, so that'll let us know exactly where I'm at. A bit shitty, but oh, that's life. I'll get back on top again. In saying that, I'm still progressing forward. There's still things I can do. I might be on light duties, but I can still move forward on little bits and pieces. I can do a lot of planning, I can do a lot of research, and I'm not going to bore you guys with that. I will share specifics with you, but I'm not going to share all the searching. So what I've been looking at is exactly where I'm going to do the cuts on the boat. The exact plan on windows, the exact plan on doors, the exact plan on the cabin, and so on and so forth. While I was up looking around the boat, the area that I'm not going to have to touch much is the forward section. It's extremely good. There's fresh, I shouldn't say fresh paint, but it's the paint that's there is really intact. There's no evidence of a lot of rust, except one rib section on a bulkhead, and that's the bulkhead that went through to the engine. In the engine room itself, there's a lot of section that needs replacing on the hull. Just where the stern tube comes into the engine bay itself, the hole there is badly pitted. It's going to need a bit of replacement there, but you know, it's only steel and a bit of welding. What I'm looking at the moment is how far forward I can put the engine, because I want to reduce the angle that's on the stern tube. At the moment it's extremely sharp. That boat was a working boat and it used to carry a lot of gear on the back. So it had a very steep angle so that it could keep the stern of the boat up while on power. But when you don't have much weight there, it makes it basically like riding a snake. Anyway, I'll get on with the video footage that I put together through the week. It's not much in it, but may see of some interest. It might give you an idea of the plan that we're putting together. Alright, let's get on with it.
Hey guys, it's time we got up and personal with this boat. I don't know much about her, other than it was made in Brisbane. I'm unsure of its name. Alright, what I'm doing right now, I'm just going to do some rough measurement. Basically, I need an overall measurement of the boat, I need a waterline measurement, I need a beam measurement, and then I want to go up inside and just measure the length of the engine room, the distance of the front of the engine room to the stern of the boat, the front of the engine room to where the log tube comes out. Yeah, that's pretty much where I need to be right now. So the story is, it had a 903 Cummins in there, turbocharged, and I'm wanting to drop it back to 200 horsepower instead of 6 that it had. The other thing it had was a really steep angle on the log tube. I want to reduce that angle quite significantly, mainly because what that was doing was, it was before, when the boat was working, it was so that it could keep the stern of the boat up. So anyway, well, I really don't know that much about the boat, but when they took all the deck gear off, apparently it was really light in the back and it used to wander all over the place because of the sheer power of it. So yeah, we'll just do something about changing that angle and stopping it from doing those sorts of things. Righto, so this is the plan. So from about here, we're going to cut straight down there. Okay, make this now step down to the same level as that deck. This section we're going to slope forward, so we have a forward rake windshield. It'll come all the way back. So on the helm on this side, you'll step up through from the rear cabin up into there, and then on the far side we're going to have a pilot bed that goes all the way across, about 6'6" long. So that's basically the helm station, and then behind that we're just going to have a living area that goes to about 1.2 metres off the back. So we have a bit of a fishing deck out there, and then we'll have in here we'll have lounge, kitchen, and all that sort of thing. So plan also is to put a day head up behind the helm, and then forepeak, a shower, probably about there, and on the other side another head. So yeah, fair bit of work. Oh well, I'll prefabricate everything on the ground and then just have a big stand-up day where I come in and just put it all together. I think the hardest part of this is just going to be the actual strip off of the components on the outside, but it's going to be fun because I'm allowed to use an oxy torch. So alright, cool. Okay, so this is up in the helm. Right, now from this rear wall here, going forward to that wall just there, that's 3.1 metres. And then further on from there to the windshield is 0.5 metre, and in the middle is 1 metre. So that's going to all be changed. So that'll be the helm just in the middle here. And then what I want to do is, so on the port side, in behind the helm, I'm going to bring a wall all the way across to here. It's not going to go all the way to the ceiling or to the headliner, but it is going to be a wall. So basically what we want to do is put a pilot berth across this way, so about 6'6" in length, so that when you're on night watches, person can easily crawl in the berth there, go to sleep, while they're still up in the helm with the person navigating the boat. So you'll have the helm seat just here. I haven't really decided what to do about that yet, or what seat or anything like that. It's a bit early to worry about that. There might not be a seat there for quite some time. So this deck will then drop down, and we'll go back out the same level as the deck behind. What that'll mean is those fuel tanks. So you can only, that's the old exhaust just there. That's probably not going to be in use, so that'll be removed. Anyway, so you can see this ledge just here. That's the same height as the deck out at the aft section of the boat. So basically I'll cut that off. I'll cut that off, that fuel tank off at that height. Yeah, it'll reduce the capacity of that fuel tank, but I want to put more fuel in the aft section of the boat anyway. Now, So yeah, so we'll have a step down into the living area of the boat, away from the navigation area. So that'll probably be round about there. So where that piece of RHS is welded to the deck just here, that's where I'm thinking of cutting the floor off, dropping it down, bringing it along at that height, dropping the cutting the cabin at that point, and bringing it all that floor level all the way out to the back. Now this is the pointy end of the boat, so there's going to be enough room in here for a queen size bed. This is actually the area where we will first start working on the boat. The reason for that is I want a place to start, so this is going to be it. So that's the forepeak section of the boat, and that's going to be the main living area. On one side it's going to have a shower, and on the other side it'll have a head. There's quite a big area in there. Just roughly, just at a rough guess, I dare say that's about 5 metres long. But as you can see, that area is in reasonable sort of condition. Down in the hole, it's had a bit of water resting in there for a while. That's going to be the majority of the sandblasting work that we'll have to do, is right down in the V of the hole. I don't understand where this water came from, but I'll take it out. I can stand up in there quite comfortably without even going anywhere near my head. So pretty happy about that. So you can see along here, you can see this ugly jagged cut. Someone had tried to put a long keel on this boat to make it a little bit more stable in the water. Worked to a point, not very well. So I'm going to make some big improvements there. I'm basically going to start it a lot further down the front, make it a lot longer taper. It'll be a little bit wider. The log tube should actually come out of it part the way along, so I can decrease that angle. Okay, just about there. That should be the sea chest, I think.
So that's it for today's video. I've got some more stuff coming up this week, but I just won't reveal exactly what it is at the second, just in case it doesn't come off. Anyway, until next time, cheers.